Brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Washington football team. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against the defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from the challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Now, these two teams you might remember met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game.
So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fitzpatrick to McLaurin there. First down, Washington.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
They run, Cook. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And Fitzpatrick's throw taken in by Samuel.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
This defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week,
16 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
2 yards, good enough for a first. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Fitzpatrick. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On third down, Fitzpatrick taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tresh Way to punt it away.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Throwing, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 8.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's Fitzpatrick. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Muscles him off. And he'll go down at the 28.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. First target, first catch at a 1st down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass. But it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw, Fitzpatrick. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Buying time to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Prescott. And going deep for Hill. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where you just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Prescott to throw it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Prescott now from the 50.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Here's Pollard again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run for it with Pollard, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. A first down throw for Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick now. Got a man, it's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. First down, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Seals-Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Nick Bawden. His first touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now a dump off here complete, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Now Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Back now in Arlington. Working with 2nd and 5 now. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. To throw is Prescott. That one complete to Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Pollard. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Prescott now. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Now comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
You're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. The Washington offense back out there. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked.
The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front. And that creates the gap there. And he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now Prescott.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Prescott.
And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Now Dak.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Pass complete, Samuel.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now Fitzpatrick. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.